Okay, gays, pluses, and every letter and consonant and vowel in between. Listen, it's now time for your weekly gay history lesson. This segment is where Professor Andrew, that's me, is about to bend you over a desk and school you on some super fun, super gay facts from our big ol' homo past, all right? So in this week's gay history lesson, I'm going to teach you how to tell a stranger what you're into sexually without even saying a single word, okay? Now, before we get started with this segment, there might be some graphic materials, so if you can't handle that, turn down your volume for the next 3.5 minutes, okay? This content is for adults that can handle adult things, okay? And preferably with a willingness to learn and to be open-minded. All right, so have you ever heard of the HANKY code? Have you? Also known as flagging, the handkerchief code, bandana code. They all refer to the same thing. It's a visual way to display what you were into sexually, what BDSM or kink you like, even if you're submissive or dominant, okay? I mean, I'm just getting aroused just talking about it, okay? So there's a lot of options here. All right, well, it's true. Popularized in the 1970s during a time when it wasn't okay to be gay or live as an out and proud person, the HANKY code was a system of color-coded cloth handkerchiefs or bandanas for non-verbally communicating one's interest in sexual activities and fetishes. The color of the handkerchief identifies a particular activity, and the pocket it's worn in, left or right, identifies the wearer's preferred role in that activity, okay? So if you're wearing the handkerchief on the left side of the body, typically that indicates one is the top, considered active in the act or fetish, indicated by the color of the handkerchief, while wearing it on the right side of your body would indicate that one is a bottom or considered maybe a little bit more passive, you know, in the sexual act. So, for example, a dark blue handkerchief indicates an interest in anal sex, and wearing it in the left pocket indicates a preference for being the insertive partner. Okay, the code was most widely used in the 1970s in the United States, Canada, Australia, and Europe by gay and bisexual men seeking casual sex or BDSM practitioners. All right. Wikipedia now says that Alan Selby, the founder of Mr. S Leather in San Francisco, claimed that he created the very first HANKY code with his business partners at Leather and Things, a store in San Francisco in 1972, when their bandana supplier inadvertently doubled their order and they expanded their codes. So they had tons of extra colored bandanas. So they basically came up with an idea to sell some more bandanas. And the code gets pretty complex, okay? There's a full list. I'll put this on outoftheclosetpodcast.com so you can see the full list, but it's color coded and it'll tell you what each color means and whether it's one on the left or right. So you'll be able to see that online, but I'll go through a couple just so you know what we have here. For instance, this one right here, excuse me, this one's Kelly Green. Oh no, this one's Hunter Green. Okay, Hunter Green means you're either into daddies or you are a daddy. Okay, so if you wear it on the left-hand side, you are the daddy, and if you are on the right side, you want the daddy. Okay, a Kelly Green, which is just a lighter version of this, means you're a gigolo or a hustler. Okay, up next, light pink. Okay, light pink. This means you're into dildos. Okay. And depending on where you wear it on the left or right means you either like it inserted or you like inserting it. Okay. Up next is yellow. All right. And we can all guess what yellow would be. Water sports. Okay. And you're either getting pissed on or you're pissing on somebody. Neat. Okay. And by the way, not judgmental at all. Whatever you're into, you're into. But it's interesting. Medium blue, uniform fetish. Okay. That's pretty awesome. You could wear a uniform. If you get orange, that means you have few limits. Actually, what's crazy on this one, on the left, it says if it's in your left pocket, it says anything, anytime. If it's in your right pocket, it just says I'm just not looking for now. I'm just cruising. So those kind of send different messages. I don't know what that's all about. All right, now this one's interesting. This is teal. Okay, who would have known such a soft, nice color would mean cock and ball torture? But it does. Cock and ball torture right here. The torturer and the torturee. And then if you see purple, purple means you're into drag queens or you are a drag queen. Okay, so, and then finally, red. Red is for fisting. You can be patriotic as well. But anyway, fister or fisty will be on the red. So that's just a few of the mini samples. There are all sorts of crazy stuff in there. You can get checkered, you can get white and black. There's patterns. Anyway, the list is forever long. And that's the Hanky Code. And that's your weekly gay history lesson. All right, tune in next week for a new lesson. We're going to learn something about the Pride Parade, okay? How did it start? Was there a Pride Parade all along? Where did it come from? Anyway, we'll explore that on the next show coming up next week.
Hey-oh.